at Atrium Health Behavioral Health, and I was asked to provide a contribution today as it relates to stress. And one of the things that I was thinking about as I was contemplating what is stress is that maybe I would talk to 10 different people and ask those 10 different people what exactly stress is in their life. But then I realized as I would do that, I would probably get 10 different answers as stress is and can be different things to different people. But for the sake of this argument or for the sake of this discussion today, basically we're going to identify stress as a reaction or an adverse reaction or series of reactions that take place within our body. And stress comes about as a way to defend ourselves from pressure or as a way to express through our body how we are or are not reacting positively or negatively to an event. I was asked to identify what stress is. I was asked to provide symptoms and then also identify and discuss how we here at Atrium are providing ways for teammates to work on stress or provide options for them. One of the tenets of stress is that stress is often, in my opinion, an unrecognizable force that impacts our lives. It's my opinion that if we are alive, simply stated, we are going through stress. What happens with stress, and specifically within our bodies, is our nervous systems respond by releasing a flood of stress hormones, including adrenaline and cortisol, which then rouse the body or then requires the body to have an emergency reaction. Our hearts pound faster, our muscles may get more tense, our blood pressure rises, our breath quickens, and our senses may become even more sharper. What is critical about stress is that how we allow it to take place in our lives. As I said earlier, I think if you are alive, you are experiencing stress. In my opinion also is stress is a reality of being alive and being an adult. What does stress look like and how does it manifest in our bodies? Or how does it manifest in our daily lives? Stress can impact our sleep, it can impact our relationships, it can impact the way that we deal with other people, it can impact the way that we deal with our lives. More psychological responses to stress can be depression, anxiety, feeling overwhelmed. Stress can, again, as I noted earlier, it can impact the amount of sleep we get, whether it increase or decrease. It can also lead to racing thoughts. It can lead to difficulty with concentration. It can lead to constant worry. Stress is or has the potential to be whatever we want it to be in our lives. And what's very important when you contemplate stress is how do I, as an individual, handle stress? Stress is a part of our daily lives, as I've noted. The hope for each individual is that we will be able to identify what stress means to them, how they handle stress, and positive and negative ways to cope with stress. Stress can be a motivating factor. It can be used as a way to inspire us. Say, for example, nervous energy related to planning a wedding, or stress can be used when needed when we are applying for a job. Stress can also lead to detrimental consequences such as increase in substance abuse, problems with relationships, or the way that we interact with anybody, whether it be work, professional, personal, as such. One of the things that I wanted to conclude in this brief talk about stress is that ways that we here at Atrium are afforded opportunities to work on our stress. So we are fortunate that we have insurance and that we have mental health benefits through MedCosts, as well as we have 6 free sessions at EAP, and after that initial EAP meeting, that may lead to a referral to another source. As I conclude this discussion on stress, know that there are plenty of options to work on your